I would like you guys to ask yourselves a question. What is the most widely traveled and disseminated poetic form in human history? Perhaps you thought of the sonnet or the haiku. I argue that the answer is hip-hop. I maintain that scholars 50 years from now, 100 years from now, 500 years from now, when they want to study the poetry of the turn of this millennium, they will look to the rhymes of Biggie Smalls, Chuck D, and Nicki Minaj. And this is where my project comes in. My dissertation, Mic Check Finding Hip-Hop's Place in the Literary Milieu, examines hip-hop through 4 interpretive angles: tradition, form, tone, and medium. By tradition, I mean the 300-year-old experiment that has taken place within African-American literary and oral discourse in relationship to the English language. By form, I mean the structure, i.e. 16 bars or lines written in what we call strong stress meter. Tone is the manner in which an artist addresses her audience, which allows us to account for problematic themes in hip-hop, including misogyny and violence. And lastly, medium. Because as a multidisciplinary artistic movement, hip-hop is continuously blending mediums of dance, poetry, music, etc. Lyrics databases like Genius.com demonstrate that people crave the opportunity to read hip-hop text. This was also true at hip-hop's inception, when my friends and I would run to the record store to look up the liner notes from a track that we had just heard on the radio. Hip-hop is studied across a wide range of disciplines today, including sociology, criminology, linguistics, etc. However, my project differs from other efforts in that I'm focused specifically on the poetics of hip-hop. And my unique interpretive angles, tradition, form, tone, and medium, set me apart from the other people, the few people who have tried to examine this phenomenon. Centuries from now, people will come to understand our times through the lyrics of hip-hop, just the way many of us understand British history through the plays of Shakespeare, like Richard II and others. When the students of tomorrow come to hip-hop, I aim to be the scholar they look to in order to understand the poetics of this great American literary genre. Much of our history, your story and mine, for better or worse, will be told through the lyrics of hip-hop to future generations. And I hope that since it's your story, you will find comfort in knowing that one of your colleagues is building a blueprint through which we can understand the poetics of this genre.